A lot of women come to us and they have height requirements. And they say, okay, you're a matchmaker. I want you to limit your search to over 6 feet tall.
You know the numbers on that?
I do.
14%.
14% of the whole population is over 6 feet tall.
Of the male population, I believe. But still, we've just eliminated 86% of men right off the bat.
Exactly.
You can't legislate attraction. Right? It's something deep-seated. It's something primal, and it's a real thing. I think the problem is that people limit themselves when they think that there's only one kind of person they can be attracted to. So it's part of a larger scale. So will you be primally more attracted to a 6'2" guy than a 5'7" guy? Maybe, but if that 5'7" guy, and this is as a coach who's helped thousands of women get into relationships that they never would have chosen prior to coaching.
Sure.
I've seen so many women who've gone out with guys who were a few years older than they thought, a few inches shorter than they thought, made a little bit less money than they thought, different religion than they thought, just thought a little bit outside the box, and found the world's greatest happiness. Most folks realize there are things worth compromising on, and it's so much sounder, logically, to compromise on, 5'11" versus 5'9", rather than compromise on commitment, communication, kindness, consistency.
Yeah.
Right? Things that really determine how he treats you. A guy who could, beat up bad guys is kind of irrelevant these days, or get something off the highest shelf. There's but you hear all the time. But it makes me feel more feminine, and that's the thing that no one could argue with. The question is, how much value are you going to place on that?
Yeah, and I would actually argue that there are men who are shorter who are actually really amazing catches that get overlooked. So you might actually be getting a better catch or ending up with someone who's better for you if you're looking in that pool.
And that's sometimes hard to take, and so I'll put a spin on that. Men are very judgy about age. So don't you think it's similarly short-sighted and unfair when some guy says, I'm willing to date someone who is 34 but not 35, and you're like, hey, what happened? I was a candidate yesterday, but I'm not a candidate today.